Hello and welcome to your Broken Galaxy. I am Broken as always, and today I'm going to be doing a versus between Mara Jade and Rey Palpatine. But before I do that, please remember that I am going to be doing a 128 Star Wars character versus series. Stay tuned till the end of the video to hear about how you can influence how those fights go, who fights who, and all of that garbage. Anyway, on to today's versus video. Mara Jade, after being defeated by Darth Caedus, finds herself walking in the world between worlds. She sees a portal and steps through to find Rey Skywalker. Rey is like, "You have the scent of Palpatine on you." And Mara looks at Rey and is like, "So do you. What's your name, punk?" And Rey's like, "I'm Rey Skywalker." And Mara just laughs and is like, "Skywalker? I don't think so." And Rey's like, "I am." But before she can finish her sentence, Mara interrupts and is like, "You only wish you could be one of us. You don't measure up." And Rey, who is utterly dumbfounded, is like, "One of you?" And Mara's like, "A Skywalker. I'm Mara Jade Skywalker." So Rey says, "No, you're a servant of the Emperor," and ignites her lightsaber. Mara's like, "I was," and ignites her purple blade. So Rey jumps at Mara, and Mara just kind of flicks her wrist, and Rey goes flying into a nearby wall, totally dislocates her shoulder. Rey stands up and screams, because, Disney Luke taught her to control her emotions so well. And she starts sprinting at Mara. She throws a stab at Mara's heart, who doesn't even parry it with her lightsaber. She just steps out of the way, then force pushes Rey's legs out from under her. She falls face first into the ground. Rey is like, "I will kill you." So Mara says, "You sound like your grandpa." "I knew him, Terrible breath." And Rey stands up and screams again. She raises her hand and shoots force lightning at Mara, who lifts her saber to block it and brings her free hand to her mouth to yawn. After a moment, she turns her saber back towards Rey, who starts getting zapped by her own lightning. But then she stops using the force lightning. And Mara's like, "You stopped. I thought you just might kill yourself with that." And Rey is like, "What? No, why would I do that? Why would anyone do that?" And Mara's like, "Well, you are a Palpatine." And Rey's eyes immediately turn Sith yellow because of the darkness building inside of her. She uses all of her might in the Force and reaches out for Mara's neck. Mara just smirks and says, "I'm getting bored with you, Rey. I think it might be time to end this." So Rey says, "I'll end you!" And Mara reaches out with her hand and pulls Rey's lightsaber to herself. She clips it to her belt and turns and walks away. And Rey screams, "How dare you turn your back on me, you coward!" But Mara doesn't even respond. She doesn't need to. Rey is beneath her. Rey starts running for Mara, but just as Rey is about to catch her, Mara and everything she is carrying disappears as she becomes one with the Force. Rey is left by herself in a desert, a broken woman, knowing that she will never, ever be able to overcome the inferiority that she was faced with, meeting the far superior Jedi that had just bested her, as though she were a little child. She abandons the name Skywalker and returns to Jakku to collect junk for the rest of her days. If this is the first time you've come across my channel, please know it is a Star Wars comedy channel, though I will say this versus battle was maybe the most serious one I've done yet. Please check out some of my other stuff. I have a lot more than just the versus videos, but as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am doing a 128 character versus series. It's going to be a tournament, so it'll be a long tournament. There are 3 ways that you can help shape this tournament. First off, take a look at the screen now. Go ahead, pause it if you need to. But here are a number of the characters that are in the tournament. I do have a few surprises there. If you don't see your favorite character or character that you think would be funny, go ahead and put their name in the comments below. I would be willing to change it around a little bit if I see enough support for certain characters. The second way that you can participate, please put in the comments below what characters you think would be fun to see fight other characters. The only one that I have on the list right now is Babu Frick versus Queel. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. And the third way that you can influence this tournament is by voting on who wins. Now, the only people that can vote are people who are signed up for my Patreon. So if you click in the link below, you will see my link to a Patreon, and if you sign up, you can vote there. I'm going to be doing these in batches, so I'll put out something like 4 matches at a time, and I'll say, who would you like to see win? A or B, A or B, A or B, and then I'll do all those and then come around with the next one. So that's how you can participate. Now, I don't have any patrons yet, so if only one person signs up for Patreon and I go to them and I say, hey, I have 4 matches that I'm gonna write and record and post on YouTube, and I ask them, you know, who do you want to win? There's only one vote. Then that one person gets to decide who wins every single match. I'm still going to write the match and make it as funny as possible, but whoever wins the vote wins the match. If I don't have anyone on Patreon, then I'm just going to choose who I think is funniest. But that's all for today. Please give me your thoughts in the comments section below. I would love to hear from you. Please share this video, because I really like to reach more people with my content. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that garbage.